Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Watery Cat, and in today's video I have a brand new video on Apex Legends once again, except today we have another video on Rampart because the newest collection event for Rampart has been announced, all Rampart stuff, and really the biggest thing about this update to me is Rampart's buff. Now, if you've been living under a rock and you don't know what her change is, she will now be able to walk around with her turret, though you won't have infinite ammo with it like you do while it's in one spot for the whole time. It's still going to be really good. Definitely going to allow Rampart to be more mobile and stay with her team more, obviously, and it's just going to be a lot of fun. Now, I do sort of wish and am kind of disappointed that the walls didn't get any changes because I think they're still pretty underpowered. I think with just a few small buffs the walls could be really good, because right now honestly they can get destroyed way too easily at times, and it's just sometimes they're completely useless. So I'd like to see some change to the walls in season 11 hopefully. But today we got my best Rampart game. Now in this game I didn't talk, so I'm gonna like commentate and do like in my mind sort of video, I guess you could say, because I don't want the video to be super boring with just gameplay and not any talking. So let's begin. So here we are entering our first fight. We ended up fighting the team that landed next to us in landslide. I know that my teammate did a lot of damage to one and I cracked the other, so I end up dropping because I knew this would be an easy clean sweep. I ended up getting the Bloodhound. I have no clue what this guy was doing, but I did get hit for a bit, so obviously I popped cells behind cover. Nothing much to this clip, really, no offense to these guys, but they weren't great. Then we end up finding the Bloodhound's teammate, really just behind this rock by landslide. He hits me for a decent amount actually, so I pop cells because I don't have any bats if I'm not mistaken in this clip. Then I come back because I know that there's two and I don't want to push into a team by myself because I am not that good at this game for the most part. So I crack one, get him really low. Then I end up pushing, obviously ping for my teammates that I'm attacking because I want them to attack with me. Seems like Mr. Armin over here downed one, and then I end up getting this dumbass Horizon who tried using her tactical last second. Pretty easy cleanup, nothing much to this clip, but it was pretty good. And here we are going into our second fight of the game, which is not too long ago from the first fight. But anyways, here we land on the train tracks. The Wraith faces away because I guess she isn't with her team. Then again I ping with my team that I'm attacking because obviously I'm attacking. Then here the Wraith is. She's camping in one of these little, I forgot what they're called, and I end up downing her. I have no clue why I even did this finisher with her. I guess I wanted to get shields, but I'm lucky this guy missed like half his shots on me because I would have I would have died basically if it was a player with better aim. No offense to him. Anyways, our teammate starts fencing up. Like I when I was playing, since I was obviously muted, I was just laughing because, man, like Watson players, you know, they try to use their abilities and I respect them for that, but Watson is just sucky. Then I realized that there is another team behind us, but I don't know what this other team is doing. They never ended up pushing us in this clip, if I'm not mistaken, but I end up pushing up because I realized that one of these guys is Flesh. Then they're trying to res. I crack one and I finish the one who was getting revived, which I'm pretty sure was the Wraith, if I'm not mistaken. Then I push up again because I know he is probably healing, and he tried using the Watson gen as cover, but it didn't really work because some of his limbs and head or something like that was still peeking out. Then here I fry the Bloodhound. Obviously very satisfying, that shield noise that the gen makes, because it's always constantly recharging your shields. Here I get an armor swap and then I start looting. Finally got a barrel for my R301. And then here, while we are looting and shielding up and all that kind of stuff, a fully new team from behind us, from the storm if I'm not mistaken, just comes and almost kills us. But luckily they weren't that good. Honestly, no offense to the players in this match, I don't know what was happening, but most of the players here were not that great. Obviously I get thermited, then I'm getting G7 from my left, and then yeah, there is a team coming from the storm. I have no clue how they got there, but I end up almost knocking this guy. I had faith in Mr. Armin, but he never ended up getting him. Then I realized that that freaking G7 weirdo is still holding us, still out there just outside of landslide. So I place down a heat shield, res my teammate, pop a bat first because that's a core rule of Apex. Before resing your teammates, always make sure to pop a bat and stuff because you never know when another team is going to come, unless you are 100% certain that there is no one nearby. Anyways, I pop a wall. Heat shields basically blind you, and I can't see a single thing. I practically have to rely on aim assist. Then the Wraith pushes us in phase, typical Wraith player, absolute idiot. And then her teammates tried to come and follow up from the push the Wraith made. I'm just going to assume these guys were solo queuing because that Wraith did absolutely nothing to us. But sadly, Mr. Armin over here gets downed, and it's all up to me. Do I end up doing this clutch? Yes, I do. Here, I'm about to down one for Flesh. I missed half my shots, but luckily, this guy was insanely low. It's kind of funny too, because I don't know why these guys were trying to octane pad out, but I push up because he's rezzing, and I gotta capitalize on that push as a solo. Anyways, quickly here, pop a medkit. Finally, no more teams push us, and I get my teammate's banner, and I get Mr. Armin from Attack on Titan up, and nothing too much. I basically carried my team. No offense to these guys, but I did like 80, maybe even 90% of the work. You'll just see the stats at the end. And here we go with Mr. Armin again. I lied about getting our teammate's banner because I did not end up getting it. We camped on this height for basically however long this lasted. I do end up missing like not even a quarter, maybe half of my shots. Then I start building like it's Fortnite because what else to do with Rampart other than place walls? Anyways, this guy is trying to snipe us and he is failing miserably. And nothing much in this clip, we really just camp on height. So I'm just going to let you guys watch because, as I said, there's nothing to this clip other than camping on height and having high ground with walls and all that kind of jazz. And here we are in almost the final zone. I place walls in front of me because I know that one of the teams is obviously in front of me. Here I missed like 10 shots on the lifeline, but with the remaining 18 shots I had, I do end up frying her. Sadly, I couldn't down her, but it is what it is. Nothing too major. I wouldn't have been able to push either way as a duo. I don't know why, but this guy's still trying to snipe me with his sentinel through my walls. I don't know why he doesn't use his other gun, but here I place a wall behind me because I heard the drone behind me, meaning that the last other team is behind us. Here I missed my shots, then I realized that we're sandwiched. Me and Mr. Armin are sandwiched, getting naded from the crypto team, obviously have to drop down. Then I come back up. Here I'm kind of indecisive about what to do, but I end up moving to the other stack of boxes because it's definitely the better position, only having to deal with one team. Here I downed the crypto. I could have probably done so much more if I reacted faster, knowing that they were right in front of me, below me, but I try finishing the crypto and realize it's not a good idea and probably not worth it for my death, and I run back here to this spot. And then here I basically, from the rest of the game, I just farm them. These guys fight for quite a while. I don't know what took them so long, but I do end up getting a 3.3k damage game. Honestly, I think I could have done much better, but towards the end I started running out of shields and ammo for my R301, so it was pretty sucky, but nothing really special happens at the end. Obviously, I lose to a full team, so I'm going to leave you guys off here. If you are still here, then thank you very much. If you enjoyed the video, drop a like, subscribe if you're new, turn on post notifications, do all that YouTube stuff, and I am going now. Goodbye.
Alright, getting shot at. Giving my shields a recharge. Charging my shields. That's a whole squad down. Charging my shields. 45 seconds. Rings close. Crossing up. Getting shot at.